is the color, football is the game,
and bragging is their right.
And yen bosu ne.
Na mwasa no se mutia se mwasa.
Na me so na magic cloud walk out.
This video, the numbers matter.
Yeah,
you know. So
exactly.
please subscribe and support him and support him. Subscribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Champions League preview. My name is the Kenacho, and this is your maiden edition of the Champions League preview or any kind of preview on the ATF show. Today, I'll allow the guests to do the introductions themselves. And I start from my immediate right.
Hello, my name is Doris Selassie. Yes, the best female analyst in Ghana.
Woo!
Shout!
Hey, why are you dancing?
Yeah.
Why you dance? Like your eye gets on different levels.
Oh yeah. I dey like the energy.
What she says is the best.
Of course, it be vibe.
Yeah.
And nobody go feel dispute that. Are we about? Yeah.
I say that because of different reasons.
Oh no. Abba. Are you also?
Are you sure?
Hey, Chelsea fans, who?
You know with that time. You know with that time.
I thought you did the edge, I thought you on the way.
Anyway, talk to us.
I'm Kelly, the man without emotions. Facts over emotions. Dale.
Football emotions or natural emotions?
Oh no, everything some. Me no be football, but everything.
You're not moved by anything.
No. If you move to me,
Social media abuse doesn't move you.
It depends on the abuse you bring on the social media to you.
Girlfriend stress, no, they move you.
No. Anything social media, we go do on social media. But if you be face to face, we go come. You know, any talk. Face to
What's a
face.
weapon to come on?
That people explain it. Me and I mean no fight. You just go explain.
Hey, our viewers will really like you.
Yeah, thank you. Make you don't like me because I'm not really nice.
And the man, the pep fans are looking for.
Oh yeah.
Introduce yourself to them. They're waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm Jesse Ankra, one of the fans of Pep Guardiola. I love it.
You're a Pep fan?
Yeah, I'm a Pep
And you
fan.
were that harsh on him?
I wasn't harsh on him. I had to put down the facts.
The facts?
Yeah.
Pep fan.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, this preview is proudly sponsored by Papa's Pizza. They have some varieties in their pizza stuff. They have Papa's Youngsters. They also have the big bosses. That comprises of Obakoko, Plantain Passion. Last night I had plantain chips. Your own masterpiece. You can also garnish your own type of pizza. It be into the Kelly do for here, where them bring kangram. It be there and it chop or almost left one. This our preview is proudly sponsored by Papa's Pizza.
You embarrass me. This big pizza me a chop.
I think chop half. Okay, guys, let's start from the Bernabeu. I think Madrid are underdogs for the first time going to a Champions League game because of how interesting on and off their club is this season. Let me start with you, Jesse. How confident are you that they can pull up a surprise, looking at the squad they have, the profiles they have, amidst all the injury problems?
No matter the kind of squad that Madrid has, Madrid is always a favorite going into the Champions League.
Even against City?
Yes. Madrid has always been the favorite going to the Champions League before the whistle goes. So you never write off Madrid, especially at the Bernabeu. But one thing you want to look out is for when you are analyzing a game, there are so many things that come into play when you need to analyze a game. Paramount of it for me is the tactical mindset play. Arbeloa, Pep Guardiola.
Average Arbeloa, you say that?
I didn't say that.
I'm asking you
Right.
to add it.
Arbeloa.
So you add it?
I'm not adding that.
Okay. You are scared.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
You are in the hot
Arbeloa and Pep Guardiola are different tacticians of different schools. Okay. In experience-wise, I think Pep Guardiola is ahead of Arbeloa. In the understanding of the game, I think Pep Guardiola is ahead of Arbeloa. Even in achievement, Pep Guardiola is ahead of Arbeloa. Reading the game, Pep Guardiola is ahead of Arbeloa. So first of all, I want to look at the tactical minds going in battle in this game. And that is very important for me. Before the game starts, I think in terms of the tactical minds at play, Manchester City is already leading Real Madrid by 1-0. However, the play is the flaw. What happens on the day is what matters most to me. Real Madrid have been heavily criticized this season because of a lot of reasons that they have not really pulled weight this season.
Yeah.
But when you look into the Real Madrid setup, I've said day in and day out that there are so many problems associated to the Real Madrid side. Paramount of it is the midfield problems for me. When Toni Kroos had to cruise out of the Real Madrid setup.
Cruise control.
Yes. Toni Kroos had to cruise out of the Real Madrid setup. I don't think that Real Madrid have found a befitting replacement for Toni Kroos. Has made a very, very, very big problem for Real Madrid also. I think that with the confusion between Kylian Mbappe and also Vinicius, they have not really got so much of box presence when they are attacking. So I think these are a lot of problems that are associated with the Real Madrid team. But personally, going into the game, I feel that City have the upper hand against Real Madrid in terms of the players at form, in terms of team in fine groove. Manchester City is ahead of Real Madrid, but then you never take anything away from the white Los Blancos whenever you are playing in the Bernabeu.
Let me come to you, Kelly. I think a lot of changes will happen at Madrid this summer. I even hear rumors now that they're even talking to, they're trying to consider Pochettino, which is surprising. You know, Pochettino, after the Spurs job, we've not seen him do anything magical at any club again. Also, the head of scout, Junior Calafat, they want to lay him off. They will do a lot of changes at the football club. Do you think if this game, they are destroyed, they are demolished, amidst all the injuries they have, of course, it will affect them. Is it a big deal, even though they are the big boys, 15 times champions? And also, add for me tactically, where they'll be beaten?
I'm not a Madrid fan, but then this time, I will be a bit considerate when it comes to this issue. With this game, we already know the winner. Me, I don't like to beat around the bush. Real Madrid will not win this match.
The first leg or
both legs, they are going to lose.
Interesting.
But then I always tell my friends that, our football friends that Real Madrid without Mbappe, they have this balance. They always have a balance. They always understand.
They play well without Mbappe.
Yes.
Wow.
Because with Mbappe, they always
Newly
end up
girlfriend Mbappe.
Oh, bro. With Mbappe, they always turn out to give the ball to him. They don't trust other players up front more than Mbappe, yes. But with Mbappe not being in the team, they end up playing well. And I think when City faced them, I think in a group stage, they fumbled. But City was not actually in a good form too. But then Madrid ended up fumbling. And I think they will learn their mistakes from that from that match. He gets it. And then with what you are saying when it comes to injuries, everyone has injury problems. So that's not an excuse.
Wow.
That's not an excuse. This match,
like 5 players injured.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. City is not actually in a good form. They're actually not in a good, but they are better than Real Madrid. You get it. So there shouldn't be any excuse from any Madrid fan. There shouldn't be any wahala. Nobody should come and give us Mbappe didn't play, Bellingham didn't play. Please, what you have is what you use. So use what you have. So let's not stress over this thing. For me, City is going to win by 3-1, and it's a fact.
Wow.
No stress. Yes, City is going to win by 3-1.
Okay. But they have a kid called
Pitach. This match is for experienced players. Not,
so he can't do nothing.
No. He's not going to do anything.
But we've seen, young kids also embrace these occasions and do so.
But not for that player.
Okay, let me go to Celeste. She's a Madrid fan, so she'll give us a vivid breakdown of the game. Celeste, City are the favorites, but where do you think you can hit them before you go into the game for me?
You know, saying this is like serving your father, or like putting a food in front of your dad and not adding water for him to wash his hand. Whether he gave chop money or not, you still have to add the water. You are coming to play with a big team like Real Madrid. You cannot take it away from us, 15 times champions. Pep Guardiola also have his style of play. I'm saying this because we've been underrated. Why? We have injury problems. We have coaches going here and there, which you said, we cannot take it out.
You have to.
And Arbeloa, you even said average Arbeloa. He's also been underrated. But see,
I do think he's average, isn't he? He's average, isn't he?
Of course, he might be average, but with his style of play and then the matches that he's been able to control, yes, we've been inconsistent, but then we are just, is it 4 points
Of the league.
of the league, which is not bad.
Very bad.
Because we all, the perception we had for Xavi when he was coming, we didn't have even 20% of it for Arbeloa.
Okay. Wow.
So currently with his performance and with the injury problems, I think he's doing fine. Going to face City, we have one home advantage, which is at the Bernabeu. And then two, you said it that when we met City, City was not really in any great form.
Yeah.
Fine, now they are in great form with the likes of Semenyo and then their central back, this
Magui.
guy, Magui.
Yeah.
So yes, which keeps their back four compact more than ours.
Yeah.
But Real Madrid without Mbappe, I have said this, that Real Madrid without Mbappe has been my topmost priority, because we go into this match with Gonzalo, who ran into spaces for us. And so if a clinical number 9 like him is going to start for us, it means Vinicius is going to have his free role to move, take chances, and then run into spaces that will be created for him. We have Trent, who is back from injury, and he too is also in fine form. Knowing that he's going to miss City, he's going to come into this game. Valverde has shown up like as and when the team needs him. And so this is a do or die affair. I don't think Real Madrid is just going to sit down and lose so badly to City. It is never good. It is going to be a tough game for us to watch, and it's going to be a big teacher who is going to entertain. A TA going to entertain or welcome his lecturer.
These are your examples there.
Yeah.
Yes. So Arbeloa welcoming Pep Guardiola.
Interesting.
You cannot downplay Real Madrid. You cannot take that experience of Champions League away from us. We have the likes of Semenyo. I think he's now playing his first Champions League game. So he is definitely going to farm, and especially at Bernabeu.
But that's
It's
your
going to be
defense.
fine.
Your
Go
defense is
get
a
in
problem
there,
for
Semenyo
every
get in
football
there.
pundit, every even neutral football lover. It's a problem that often we see Courtois saving the day.
Exactly.
On
That's
top
why.
of
That's why he's the goalkeeper. Of course, he needs to save.
This one they go save
And-
word though, no be the word pa.
and
We don't know.
Tchouaméni has been on a fine form, even like coming in to score goals for
Yeah,
us.
must admit,
So this game, for instance, with the likes of Camavinga, they are good, since they know that we have a problem at the back line. I don't think they are going to sit down to be reluctant. They are going to come in as and when they need to help cover up spaces, close up gaps, take Erling Haaland, make him be a passenger in the game, because even if you man mark Mamouche and then you man mark Haaland, and you leave Semenyo is going to find space with any assist or any accurate pass from Bernardo Silva or Ryan Jackie, he's going to punish us.
Okay.
So I know definitely that in as much as they'll be going, I don't expect Camavinga and Tchouaméni to run into space. They should leave that for Trent and then Valverde. Focus and help the back line, so that we are good to go. I don't see any threats in this game.
Nobody say you are
I like
going
the
to,
good to
you are
go.
going to do anything extraordinary. City is going to expose you and will score you.
We are here to see.
Thank you. You can't do anything. You can't even sit low block will score you.
Well,
Anyways, Mr. Bassa has spoken. But let me come back to you, Jesse. From a City point of view, I mean, ideally, we all know that you cannot underrate a big team like Madrid. Where can they even hit City?
I think it's obvious. It's control definitely. But I think
Control
that for Manchester City.
Okay.
Where can Madrid head City?
Yeah.
I think I was talking about it earlier with Dices, and then we're talking about Madrid sticking to the basics, because I think City has enough quality in midfield to be able to control games much better than Real Madrid. So going boot for boot, it is common knowledge that Manchester City is going to have majority of the ball in their half and even in the half of Real Madrid. So with the quality juxtaposition, Real Madrid needs to stick to the basic. If it's a flat 4-4-2, they need to be tactically disciplined going into a game with City. Compact enough not to give City that spaces to be able to churn in those passes for the likes of Semenyo and Erling Haaland to get the ball behind the back of the net. So for me, I think that is going to be difficult. However, you can never underestimate the special quality of the Real Madrid team. The quality of the Real Madrid attack works with space. When Mbappe is there, he works with space. When Vinicius is there, he works with space. So when you are compact and sit in a bit of a low block, mid block, anytime you hit them on the counter, you have the quality of the likes of Vinicius Jr., who can punish any other team with his individual brilliance. Fortunate for Real Madrid, I think Gonzalo Garcia will be starting. What does he give to the Real Madrid team? Some sort of box presence. So even if Real Madrid has to resort to crosses, there is someone who can get the ball at the back of the net in that box. So there's some sort of box presence also for Real Madrid associated to the match. But I think that is clear. Control for City. Real Madrid needs to sit back and then take their chances. Yeah.
So you want
prediction for the game?
I think it's going to be difficult, but I'm going to go a slight win for Manchester City.
Okay.
And I see a penalty in this game.
Oh yeah. As usual, VAR.
For who?
I'm not saying.
Well, I bet you count for
Real Madrid.
Yes.
You will get a penalty.
Because Vinicius is going to make those runs.
Yes, you will get a penalty. It's obvious. We know.
He's going to make
One
those
is a
runs.
Champions League 2.
Kelly, prediction for the game.
3-1 in favor of City.
So that's your
Yes,
prediction for
3-1.
the game.
My prediction, a cool 2-1 for Madrid.
All right, let's move to the St. James Park, where we are going to have physicality face the technicality of Barcelona. And I'll start with Kelly.
Man.
You guys have been there this season.
Yeah.
And Rashford, showed us that he's really a proper EPL proven quality player.
Yeah.
But this time, what do you expect to see differently from your opponent Newcastle? Because they themselves, when you check the EPL table, they are languishing somewhere 12 or something like that.
Okay.
And they're not really playing well. But at St. James, I always see them to be a threat. But even though I favor Barca, when you go there, I feel like you have to suffer to get a win at St. James. Hey, where do you see you like from what angle do you see you guys winning this game? And also where can they even hurt you guys? Tactically, talk to us.
Well, Newcastle doesn't need to do anything extraordinary, because the first game we played against them, the only thing they didn't do well was taking their chances. But this time around, I know they are going to watch those mistakes they did, and they are going to take their chances when they get that chance. They'll punish us. They don't need to do anything extraordinary. They should just take their chances. And with Barca, people will say I'm going to make an excuse, but then it's not an excuse. Fatigue has already caught up.
Why are you
with
making
the
an excuse
guys.
for Barca?
It's not an excuse.
No,
but then
that's
that's reality.
Why are you making an excuse for Barca
Okay,
with fatigue?
cool.
But injury? No, it's not cool.
Well,
We should cook you.
nobody can cook me here. Nobody. But the thing is, like,
But you're making excuses for.
it's not an excuse.
Fatigue is an excuse.
It's a fact. Fatigue has already caught up with
Answer
guys.
fatigue self-day France.
Cool. So then I don't go add that one. Since you
Thank
say
you.
it's an excuse, I want it. But then I'm expecting the guys to. Well, I don't need much from our guys. They know what to do. They should just go ahead and they shouldn't try to sit back. Because Newcastle is not a team that you sit back. They'll come. Because PSG went there, I think 2-3 seasons ago. They tried to open up. They were given 4. They didn't even get a goal. And they can be so aggressive. They know how to play the counter-attack football. They can press you so hard that you might even fumble with your passes and your ball control. So I'm not expecting, it's my team although, but then I'm not expecting a big win from us. Okay. I'm expecting a win or draw.
A win or draw at St. James.
Yes.
Let's move to Jesse. Let's talk about the midfield battle. They have a Warlock, Tonali and Jolinton. Often physicality is at bay for them. But yours, you have Femi Lopez, Lolo, Pedri. Either almost starts or you start. De Jong, is he available?
No,
he's not available.
he's not available.
Exactly. So the midfield comparison for me.
I think.
You have Pedri, who is dominant and
Right.
will give a guy, but that liar be more. Just anyways, talk to us.
I think when you look at the Barcelona path in the Champions League, the most difficult team that Barcelona might have the opportunity to face is Newcastle. Because whenever I see Barcelona and Newcastle, it takes me to what happened in 1997 when Asprilla became a hero. He had a hat-trick against Barcelona, ended in a 3-2. So most Barcelona fans have been very excited about joining with Newcastle, but it takes me back there. And psychologically, what it does to a team is crazy, because even that alone boosts the motivation of Newcastle as a whole. Putting that one aside, I feel that Newcastle being able to beat Barcelona to qualify will be the first time they have gone to the quarter-final stage of the UEFA Champions League. That's another motivation for them also. Yeah. So I think this is one of the very difficult matches that FC Barcelona is going to have the opportunity to play in the Champions League this season. That aside, I believe that there is no doubt that there's going to be a midfield battle. You spoke about the energy orientation of the Newcastle team with Sandro Tonali. I think Bruno Guimaraes is injured.
Yeah, serious injury.
Yes, and then the others. There's energy.
They have Joe Willock.
There's energy, Joe Willock, and then Joe Linton.
Yeah.
Yes. In football, when you have an energy-oriented midfield that you can't match boot for boot with, how you go against such a midfield is when you outnumber that midfield, giving yourself that numerical advantage, or you go boot for boot with them in terms of physicality, where you can't, or your technicality is high above the physicality of that midfield. When you look at the Barcelona team, you can credit technicalities to their midfield. We are talking about the likes of Pedri Gonzalez. We are talking about the likes of Marc Bernal, even Fermin Lopez. These are technical players going against that energy in the midfield of Newcastle. You are going to expect them to come in with the duels. That one, you cannot go up, talk about it without talking about that. They are going to try as much as possible to win the duels. They are going to try as much as possible to come hard at you. And there's no doubt about it. But I trust in the technical qualities of FC Barcelona. Okay. With Pedri Gonzalez steering affairs for the Barcelona midfield, what a lot of people have not seen, and this is a clue that I'm giving to Newcastle, that if you want to...
They don't go here.
If you want to take out Pedri from your midfield, just get closer to him. I think a lot of...
But that will be difficult.
That thing, if you get closer,
he reads the game so well.
Even if you get closer,
when you get close to Pedri, he has already occupied space like Mata.
He won't take the ball
to move.
I think what I've realized with Pedri is that he loses a lot of balls when you are really close to him. So this is something that they can also look at. But I believe that at the end of the day, Barcelona's technicalities is going to overshadow the physicalities of Newcastle. We saw it in the first one with Frankie de Jong. My only fear for Barcelona is Marc Bernal lacks a little bit of match sharpness and experience when the Champions League is being talked about. Yeah. Okay. This is his very few opportunities to play in the Champions League. Yeah. I don't know how he's going to take in the pressure, but for Pedri Gonzalez, whoever they feel, Dani Olmo, Fermin Lopez, this is a quality midfield to be able to withstand that energy pressure of Newcastle.
All right, let's move on. Let's move to Chelsea, PSG at the Parc des Princes. But before I do that, we have Kelly here. He's a member of the SOG Studios. So guys, it's a studio that we really collaborate with to have fun with, and they are doing amazing for themselves. We have their link in our description and our comments. Please do all to follow them and follow their page. They do a lot of trending stuff. Me, I don't do politics. I don't do trending stuff. They do it. So I recommend them for you. They have amazing content creators where if you subscribe and follow them,
you can't see me and you can't see me.
Yeah, he be controversial guy, but I won't hide out. Yeah, so guys, do all to follow them on socials, SOG Studios, and also follow them on YouTube for us. So last, I wanted to ask you about the highline.
Yeah.
The Abasa guys, the two of them, look at them. They've escaped and run away from the highline.
Yes, they didn't talk about, but they forgot that Atletico relied on it and then gave them a 4-0, which they couldn't recover from.
When you meet me, you rely on come,
It doesn't matter. You're talking about Atletico Madrid. So this Newcastle team, they are one of the Premier League teams that when they find themselves in a Champions League game, they really want to announce themselves, and they've been going home, or they've been taking, like most of the time they leave either group stage or the round of 16. So this time around, meeting Barca, which if they should take Barca out, they will progress into the quarters. I think it will be, they will come in with good energy since it's a home advantage. They will come in with good energy, and the midfield battle is going to be one of the talk in that match, one of the talk, tactics in that match, because see, Barcelona will definitely come in with a high line, and your midfield is very good. What do? You are going to give an intensive press, and I watched their match with Bilbao over the weekend. It was just built in the midfield, in the center line. Just that Bilbao couldn't take the chances that they got. They got clear chances. Both of them, they were missing the balls. They were just going out of possessions of the ball. And if that thing should happen in the Newcastle game, I think Newcastle is going to rely on it to punish Barca. The high line thing, immediately it goes out of possessions in their, in their space.
Yeah.
Newcastle is going to punish them very well. I think Hansi Flick needs to do something about it before he goes into
They
that.
really have
Your
players
prediction
to
for the
punish
game?
us, yeah.
That is Barcelona, Newcastle.
Newcastle will never go into that match without scoring a goal. So if care is not taken, and then Newcastle should score 1 or 2 before Barca will come in. Lamine Yamal might be on a fine form, but it's going to be a tough game. They might leave there with a draw.
So you know go choose Barca. When you go choose
I
Barca.
was is looking at you.
But
When you go choose
if
Barca.
they are lucky for Real Madrid to support them in spirits in that match,
Which spirit? You have on Wednesday. You want to come and treat your spirit?
You think
Baba.
you think about yourself.
Your own self, you know sit up.
Yes.
Your own self, you know sit up. here.
But it's a 70% win for Barca, I mean.
Thank you. Good.
All right, prediction, quick one. Let's move to the last game, then we'll wrap up.
2-1 for Barca.
Jesse.
I won't be surprised if Barca qualifies at the Camp Nou.
Oh, I want your first leg prediction. Maybe somebody would like to, after an analysis, stake a bet on it. You never know.
I'll go slight advantage for Barcelona, but
Give me
to
your
be,
predictions.
to be safe, a scoreline
Yeah.
2-1 in favor of Barcelona.
Blue is the color. Football is the game.
And bragging is their right.
And you bosso ne.
Na mwasa no se mutia se mwasa.
Na me so na magic cloud walk out.
That's changing.
I knew that was coming.
Anyways, Chelsea first 11 for the Parc des Princes. Cucurella. Hey. You the bank at the door. Cucurella left back. Centre back partnership. Chaloba, Fofana.
Wait. Cucurella come.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah,
Okay.
he's back. Gusto at right back. Between Sanchez and Jeggerson, I'll leave you for the two gentlemen in the studio. But I think we are going to go with Jeggerson. In the middle, I think he will do with James Caicedo. Palmer at right wing. Now we are going to decide two on Garnacho or Neto starting. Enzo as number 10 and Kwauke, the informed Joao Pedro as the number 9. Quick one, let's do this before I go to the tactical board. You have to give them some tactics. I miss doing that on a small board. Jeggerson or Sanchez, if you are the coach, what are you doing? Recent time we've seen Jeggerson start games.
Yeah.
And rumors came that Sanchez is not happy about it. He wants to start games, but on the ball, to start distribution, to be that first line of the build-up, Jeggerson is doing far better than. What will you do? Quick one, what will you do? As a coach?
Well, to me, I prefer Sanchez to be in the pool.
Any reason?
The reason is he's a bit experienced compared to Jorgensen.
Okay.
And he knows how to play big games.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Jesse.
I think I'll also go for Sanchez. I think the fact that he's angry is enough motivation for him to do more in games.
Okay.
I think that is positive player attitude for me. That when you're not getting the opportunity to play, you want to step in and do something for me. I think the major primary function of a goalkeeper is shot stopping.
Yeah,
Comparing
that's
the
the
two of
first
them, I think that Sanchez is very, very good.
If I see him start on the day, that would be some smart psychology from the coach to get him motivated for this big game.
exactly.
And that would be like very good man management
Yeah.
from Liam Rosner. Let me come to you, Selassie. Garnacho on the left or Pedro Neto on the left?
Oh, Neto. I'll start with Garnacho because of his link with Joao Pedro. I like how he gives him that chance. Like he's able to pass, give him most of the passes that Joao Pedro needs. But Neto, he's also good with that, but he's not direct as Garnacho. Garnacho would also want to go straight into the net and score. So I like their click. I like Garnacho and Pedro better as compared to Neto.
Okay, so guys, I would like to go on the tactical board for the Chelsea game and how Chelsea can hit PSG and how PSG can also hit Chelsea quickly. Then come back to my pundits, wrap up with the PSG game and how they can also be very dangerous at Parc des Princes. Then we wrap up with the Chelsea predictions, and so you can also enjoy the content. So, as you can see on paper, it's like a 4-2-3-1 on paper for Chelsea, but a lot is going to change when they start their build-up. As you all know, in recent times, you have the coach playing just one winger, and it's very, very interesting. So in build-up, it's going to always be interesting. One thing that he will do is that you have Gusto as a winger. When Gusto becomes a winger, it means that Palmer will move to the number 10. Then you have Palmer and Enzo as the double 10. So if you are to move Gusto to the right wing now, we immediately have Enzo and Palmer here at the double 10, if you can see. Then you have Gusto now becoming the right winger. Then we move the back three here. Kelly won't let me do the analysis in peace. So Barca fan, he wants to come and score me at Stamford Bridge again. So in the build-up phase, on paper, in the build-up phase, you have Cucurella here, you have Chalobah, you have Fofana. But take nothing away from which goalkeeper that starts the game, because if it is Sanchez or Jefferson, the instruction is that you are going to move in here. You are always going to move outside your box and help with the build-up. And if that happens, you have Chalobah closer to him. He won't go out directly from the post, but he will be very close to help with the build-up. So in doing that, Chelsea's build-up always shape is a three-back. Then you have Caicedo coming here to help. So Chelsea always has a very smooth three-back shape. We would need to deploy Caicedo very close to the CCB. Sometimes he even helps in the CCB role. So you have your Cucurella, you have Chalobah, then you have your Fofana. Then the keeper plays a vital role in the build-up, where sometimes he has to come out of the box and help the CCB in the build-up. So if you watch Chelsea games recent times, they do a lot of good centre-back, a lot of good build-up transitions, which help a lot. Now, when you have Garnacho here, who I think will start the game ahead of Neto, and you have Palmer here, this is where, and you have Gusto here, this is where Palmer and Enzo occupy the half spaces, and it always favors who? It always favors Cole Palmer. It always favors Cole Palmer. Now, in the midfield, what Chelsea will often do is that after the build-up, this is where I have a problem with the coach right now. After the build-up, I expect that Caicedo often joins in the opponent's half once with James will sit. But then again, I can understand why the coach will fear, because James is a bit rusty when it comes to tackling and getting the ball off the opponent. Because in recent times, the danger in this build-up for Chelsea, when you move the number 2 or Gusto as a winger, is that if Chelsea cannot do quick counter-pressing, if Chelsea can't cut the ball early from the opponent's half and the counter hits, Chelsea's in trouble. And trust you me, every time Chelsea plays Chalobah and he faces a very good centre-back, a very good striker, he's found wanting with the 1v1s. So the system is good against PSG. But ask yourself, when they hit on the break, who do they have? Who can hit on the counter for it to work? They have dangerous wingers. They have a Vitinha who can just split a defense with one pass. So this system works for Chelsea in games, but just one pass, the defenders are all over the place because of a quality line breaking pass. So this is how Chelsea are going to approach the game at Parc des Princes and the build-up. I would just suggest that when we attack in the opponent's half, try and maintain the shape all the time with what? With Caicedo and with James. Because when you single pivot with James in defensive shape, it is extremely dangerous. I don't trust Chalobah all the time to do what? A certain 1v1 counter. Imagine Tosin even playing this game. Chelsea is in trouble. So we have problems with the defense, but we need numbers to attack PSG. Now, flip the coin. Do you need extra numbers to attack PSG? Whose defense is poor this season? Maybe no. So the approach of the coach on the day is where I'm going to my pundits and ask them, if you are Liam Rosner, are you going to approach this game going all guns blazing in attack and leaving your midfield a bit porous, or you are going to sit deep, hit and soak counter the pressure, and rather hit PSG on the counter in an away game? But ideally, this is how Chelsea build up, with a three-back and a pivoting of with James and Caicedo, and double tens of Enzo Fernandez and Cole Palmer, and a right back becoming a winger. That is on serious Gusto. Then either we have Neto or Garnacho here on the left wing. So guys, let me go to Jesse and ask him what kind of approach he think will favor Chelsea and how PSG can also approach this game. Then we wrap up.
I think these are kind of the matches that reveals who a good manager is. Going into the game, I think a lot of people have spoken about how Liam Rosenior has had the opportunity to beat PSG with a Strasbourg side in the French Ligue 1. However, this is a new Chelsea setup. You walk into a new environment with different tactics. So for me, it is very important how he approaches the game. But I want to see how he's going to manage this game. I want him to do a hybrid management where he blends both being conservative and both being attacking. There are certain times in the game that the game comes with its demand. There are certain times in the game that you need to go at PSG because this is one of the seasons that they have a very poor defensive structure. With what Enzo Maresca did, the killer for Enzo Maresca was that press structure that Chelsea adapted against PSG. I think that he can do that, but not in the entirety of the game. He should do that when the game demands. And also, he should stay conservative when the game also demands. Exactly. He should stay conservative when the game demands. So it's about knowing the right time to stay conservative and then the right time to go at them. Yeah. That is what is going to define him as the manager of the day. Okay. But for me, I see a thin line between staying conservative and going at them. So for me, that is what I'm going to look out for. Mm-hmm. How is he going to read the game as to at which time are we supposed to go at them or at which time are we supposed to stay conservative?
Okay. Guys, on that conservative note, that one day, if I talk all the time, I have to take my time.
Take your time.
You make a trend before. The trainer, wow, seven make a hey, conze. I don't let Kelly find that video. I know you go and do some 1 or 2 research. Guys, we beg you, please subscribe. We'll see you 1v1 with our jaw on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll let the pandas also have a relaxation small so that we can talk about Champions League reviews. Subscribe. We'll see you. We're out.